Hey guys, some of you said that you were having some trouble with the comparative and superlative IXL. So I'm going to do a few examples with you. So if you look on the right side of my screen, this is the cheat sheet I attached to the assignment. So when you're comparing two things, you use the comparative. And when you're comparing three or more things, you use the superlative. One of the main things that you can do is look at the word that comes before the blank. If the word, so preceded means before, or what comes before it. So the blank, what comes before the blank is than. So before the adjective that you're going to choose, you would have than. Then you would use one of these options down below here. You would use the comparative. If you have the word the before your adjective or before your blank, then you would use the superlative, which would be these options down here. So if you use the comparative, you're either adding ER to the end of the word, IER to the end of the word, or you're putting more in front of it if it's a longer word. If you're using the superlative, you put EST on the end of the word, IEST on the end of the word, or you're putting most in front of the word if it's a longer word. So we'll do a few examples. So here I have plump. It says, when Maria was a baby, she had the blank cheeks of all four kids. So first of all, we're comparing four kids, so we should be in this column right here. Also, if we just look at what word comes before the blank, we have the. So we should do this to our word. We have to add EST, IEST, or most in front of it. If you're really, really, really unsure about how to spell it, say you start typing in plump, you're not sure if that looks right or if that looks right, go to Google, and I know I need the comparative, or I'm sorry, I know I need the superlative, which is the purple side here. So I'm going to look for plump superlative. And now I see my answer is EST on the end. So go back. We're going to put EST on the end. There we go. Okay, let's do another one. Miss Beasley prefers living in California because the climate is blank than in Minnesota. We have the word than. We're comparing two things. So we need to add ER, IE, or IER in front of it. Or we add the word more to the word mild. Okay, so it is much milder than in Minnesota. So we know we have to be in the comparative. And again, if you weren't sure how to change it, how to change the word, whether you should put more in front of it or put ER or put IER, go to Google, put, I know I need mild, and I need it to be a comparative, which is the blue side. And I would type mild, comparative, and my answer is milder is my answer. And then it even says the comparative form of mild. Okay, so go back. Well done. Okay, we'll do one more. After 3 days of rain, Mrs. Coleman declared, this is the dismal blank weather I've ever had on the cruise. So we're comparing it to ever, which means more than 3 times, and we have the word the before the adjective. So it has to be the superlative form. So we're either saying dismalest weather or most dismal weather. So again, if you weren't sure which one you should choose, either dismalest or most, if none of those sound familiar to you, and you're not sure if you should put most or change the end of it, go to Google, you're looking for dismal, and you're looking for the superlative. That's the purple side here. And they tell us dismal, the comparative is more dismal, and the superlative, which is what we're looking for, is most dismal. So our answer says this is the most dismal weather I've ever had. Okay? Let me know if this helps or if you need me to do more examples with you guys.